Do you like Hungary, by the way? I always see Hungary as Monaco without walls. It's just curvy Monaco without walls. The road is so small. Okay, no rain at least in the race. That's nice. Ugh. Tire looks fine. An Asia tour. Want to go on like a month away in Asia. All of them involved a racing line, brilliant. Let's just get race strategy out of the way. Man's living. You remember when Harry asked about Euro 2024? In my head, I'm just like, why has he always got asking at the wrong time, bruv? In 2024, I want to go on a tour of the US, and I want to go to the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and I want to go to Zandvoort. And this guy's like, you want to go Euro 2024? I'm just like, I'm not sure about the financials of it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so like my US visa, I applied for like a single entry so I can go there to California, but like they granted me a multiple entry visa. So I'm now thinking I wanna visit, because I'm visiting California, yeah, and then that's done, that's out of the way. I've done New York, been there, done that, right? I wanna see a bit of Miami, a bit of Washington, a bit of the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon at the top of my list. I need to see the Grand Canyon. That thing looks stunning in the pictures. I want to see it in person. I want to breathe the air. Probably very dusty, to be honest. It's like a desert, basically, isn't it? I'd say Vegas, but I mean, like, money would be gone in Vegas, wouldn't it? What's the other place? Oh yeah, did you know that the US is sitting on top of a giant super volcano? If it erupts, it could mess up the entire world. Yeah, I'd like to visit it. Not the volcano, but like above the volcano there's a national park. It's called Yellowstone. It's got like cool wildlife in it and stuff. I want to visit there, you know? You never know, it could explode in 2025, so I gotta visit it before it explodes. To be fair, the volcano is so big. If it was going to explode, I think they'd know about it like a year in advance. I'm trying that again, bro. Screw that. What if it explodes when I visit? I mean, I'd die instantly, so I wouldn't even feel it. Like within like a certain radius, you'd be done. I think it spreads out a few miles as well. So at least I wouldn't feel it if it happened. It's huge though. It's like it's not like you can't even see it. It's not like you go there and you see a giant mountain. No, it's not like that. It's flat. The ground is flat, but underneath that ground, there's a monster. But like, there's a national park as well. There's like animals that live there, and there's plenty of tours down there. I just, I only need 2 days. A day to fly there, and a day to do a tour, and then fly out somewhere else. Did I mention Miami? I want to go to Miami. And when I visit Asia, I definitely want to do Japan and Thailand. Like those, like from my perspective, like I haven't visited yet, but from my perspective, based on what I've seen and heard, those are the best countries in Asia. Could be wrong. I would leave out China, just because like they have certain rules and stuff. You never know. I'm not sure that's the best country to like hop by for a couple of days and leave. Um, but I want to go Singapore and Malaysia, mainly because my family have gone there so many times. My granddad and my mum, they keep saying how amazing Malaysia is and Singapore is. I'm just like, fine, one day I'll go there. Vietnam, that might be a bit of an obscure one, but there's some really nice places to look at in Vietnam. But I think like you're better off booking a tour guide there, because it's not like it's England where you can just go anywhere in an instant with a plane or something.
Okay, we need to pick up the pace. We're not hitting our target. We'll need to rerun the program if we don't get the time delta back into the green.
Look, listen, I'm done with this. South Korea. Not that much to see there, but I'd love to visit the city of Seoul. Sounds nice. Hopefully, there's no. Hopefully, there's no war there by the time I get there. You never know of certain tensions. And I'd go India as well. I'd blend right in over there. Then again, like when I went Sri Lanka, right, I always got like looks, like weird looks, even though like I'm technically one of them. But I got on like a public bus, my granddad, and they just gave me. It's probably because I look like a tourist. I still look like them, but I look like a tourist at the same time. Like wearing a shirt and shorts, and like I feel like no one else is wearing what I was wearing. I'm one of them. I was just thinking, like, when I said India, I'm just like, I might blend in there, but I didn't really blend in Sri Lanka. And I should blend in there, so. To be fair, like, a few agents have told me, like, I am the whitest brown guy they've ever met. Or one of the whitest brown guys. Metaphorically speaking, of course, I'm not actually white. Remember someone else, I mean, it was a white guy that said this, but he told me I sounded like a civilized Londoner in reference to my accent. Whatever that means, I don't know. What does an uncivilized Londoner sound like?
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
But yeah, in India, I visited the Taj Mahal because that looks like a really like cool bit of architecture. Nice building to visit. And then yeah, and then one that I'd leave out only because like I'm not sure about safety. But in the north, what do you mean no good? Shut up. I got clean up, I think. In the north of Pakistan, there's a really good, cool, beautiful mountain range, but the country itself isn't particularly safe. The one I was looking at was Hunza Valley. It's called Hunza, Hunza. It's not just mountains, but like really beautiful scenery. There are like official tours that go there. Canada in the plans? At some point, not in the near future, but yeah, at some point I want to visit Canada again. I kind of I really want to visit Canada again because I went to Canada after New York, like the same holiday, but we didn't spend enough time there. Toronto was fun, but I went to Niagara Falls, which was amazing. Like I like a nice waterfall, and that was like the best of the best. Apart from, I think there's a better one called Victoria, but that's in Africa. So I think that's in Kenya. But yeah, I went there, and then we went home after a few hours. That was a very badly planned holiday. Because I went with Granddad, and we had relatives there, so we met the relatives, and we ended up spending more time with relatives than actual holiday. And I hated that because I like to explore. Like I'm happy to meet family that I never met before in the other side of the world, but I still want to explore the country that they're in. and we didn't do that enough because we were too busy spending time with them. So like we went to Niagara Falls and they brought everyone with them. They brought their grandma. I'm just like, she's older than my grandma. Like she can barely walk. And then she wanted to go home, and obviously I'm not gonna say, oh, let's stay here. She's an old lady. What am I supposed to do that at that point? So we went home, but in my head I was just like, I know this is gonna sound really bad, but if we left her at home, we could have stayed there longer. Because like they told me, like the auntie that I met in Canada, the Canadian auntie, she's Sri Lankan but lives in Canada. She told me, right, we're gonna stay there till the night. In the night time, that waterfall lights up. It lights up in colors. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they light up yellow, blue, whatever. It's like a rainbow colored waterfall, and it's like the most amazing thing. Like they said, we're gonna go and see that, and then the next day they're like, yeah, grandma's coming, and then we went home after 2 hours. Never saw in the night time. I'm just like, what? So I got to go back there just for that. But also, that's on the east of Canada. On the west, you have Vancouver, and that's apparently an amazing place. 5 out of 5. Let's go. You heard of the Northern Lights, Jord? The Northern Lights are, let me tell you. You know those green lights in the sky? Yeah, those things. I'm trying to look at like what countries you can see them best from. I heard Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway. Norway would be quite a good one. I don't think it'd be that expensive, Norway. So I'd love to see that at some point. That would only take a few days, but I don't know when I would do that. I'm trying to like plan and think, how could I do that? Need the money and the time and the holiday off work. And also, I would like to go to Brazil. Yes. I heard Brazil also, like, if you're on your own, don't go out at night. That's what I heard. But I'd love to go to Brazil. But also, like, their summers are winter, but in their summer it rains more. So you can go there in January and it will be like... I can't do this corner. You can go there in January and it will be hot, but it might rain heavily. But like, I'd love to go. The thing about Brazil is, right, I want to go there, see the statue of Jesus, see the football. Like, they have lots of football themed streets and murals there, and obviously the stadium. Is the Maracanã? That's it. Yeah, I want to see all that football stuff, and the statue. 9th. Take 9th. And I want to see Copacabana Beach. That's like a few days. But if you look at flights to Rio, it's expensive. Flights London to Rio. I looked it up like yesterday. It said like January £900, May £700. I'm just like, that much, and I want to go for a few days. Like, you alright? Earlier this year, like a few months ago, I looked up Antarctica. I'm just curious, because you can go there. You can go there without freezing. You can like, you there are tour guides that take you there, right? And they'll tell you about the right clothes to wear, etc. You can actually do it and like come back okay. I'm just like, wow, that would be amazing. I looked at the prices. I'm just like, I think the cheapest one I saw was $7,000. I looked at like 2 websites. I'm just like, I can't afford $7,000. Even if I could, I would have to be like a lot richer than $7,000 to be able to throw the $7,000 away. But like, it's an ambition of mine to visit every continent, and I haven't been to Africa, South America, or Antarctica. Maybe when I'm like, if I wait about 20 years, I'll have that $7,000.
Sainz, Lando Norris, and Russell, Ricardo, Hamilton, Davidson,
Need to get good at football. Get good at football?
Sonoda. Kevin
I'm
Magnussen.
27!
Oscar Piastri. Bottas.
You're
Mick
good.
Schumacher and Guan Yu Zhou.
You sound like my mum.
Vettel.
She's like, when you be a footballer, I'm just like, I'm 27.
They've taken a grid
And she's
penalty.
very religious. She's just like,
Daniel Ticktum.
through Jesus,
That's it
anything is
then.
possible.
It's time to
I'm
get
just
racing.
like, that's not how it works,
Down
man.
track for today's race. And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about Davidson. That was a great podium in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's like when she says, like, just pray and your team will win. I'm just like, but there could be people in the other team also praying. So, like, so does who wins get determined by who believes more? Damn it, I couldn't get that. That was a good screenshot. You saw 2 Rochefort players playing pretty much today. First time you know it's probably in a stadium. I think I saw Morocco fans praying when they wandered down to France. What are these strategies? I don't know what's good. I'll pick that one. It's the first time I've seen the game suggest to me softs last. I never see that. Yeah, we'll do that. First time you looked at praying players in person. Yeah. I guess a lot of players do, but they just do it in private.
Formation lap gets underway here in Singapore.
Actually, I got an example. Ozil. I know because obviously he played at Arsenal for a while. He used to do like a little prayer before every game. As in like on the pitch, just before kick-off. I think he'd do it with Germany as well.
We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take
But I think
their
a lot of
positions.
players do it in private because like
Teams making their final
South Americans, Argentina, especially Brazil, they're actually very religious. They're football obsessed, but also very religious. So I can imagine a lot of Brazilians praying pre-match. And then like the Moroccans, they'd be praying. I'm pretty sure most of them are Muslims, so they'd be praying quite a lot. Brazil, obviously, mostly Christian. I think Argentina's the same. Looked away after noticing they wouldn't disturb that, even though they wouldn't know, if you get me, yeah. God's sake. Name a better Jew than Davidoff crashing into someone on turn 1. I broke earlier that time as well. God's sake. I'm trying to cut off Hamilton and... Alright, that works better. And I still hit someone. How did I do that?
check your
I had him. On the dive bomb, I had him. We need a new female to chase. That seems a bit suspect, to be honest, George. I'm calling the police. That was only lap 1. There was so much chaos there. You know, apparently, there's a random piece of information for you. Apparently, they love white people in China. Just thought maybe if you wanted to go there, you might be a king. You're just saying. I have intel. I know someone who's from Bangladesh. He went to China to study. He's still there, I think. He's at uni in China. Apparently they love white people. That's probably why a lot of movies do well there. A lot of Hollywood movies do well in China. They probably see Tom Cruise there like, yes! That's our guy! Fulfill all your dreams in China, yep. I'd love to see the Great Wall of China one day, yeah. That wall is crazy. Must go to a pub in Prestatyn, Wales. A pub crawl. Jeez, mate. In Wales. My granddad used to dart there. What did Mark say?
That's P5. You're in P5. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're all fresh stops. Russell behind. Less than a second separates you. They're all fresh stops. Okay, so gap to the leader is 4.8 seconds. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. 29 laps to go.
This season, I've got on the podium every race so far, 11 races in a row. On race 12, it is Singapore that outdoes me. I have done Monaco and Hungary, and I have survived, but Singapore is the one. I wonder what strategy Verstappen's on. It's a neighbouring town to where, right? Okay. So what? You're gonna be, we're gonna be on the pub crawl. You're gonna be sneaking out to that other town, yeah? You're gonna take the bus. Where's the what's it called again? My mind's gone blank. Those stones in the countryside. Where are they? What are they called again? Stonehenge! Where's Stonehenge? I wanna go to Stonehenge. Why can't I do that corner? Like, genuinely, I find that corner harder than any Monaco corner. How is that possible? Salisbury. You have a racetrack. There's actually a lot of racetracks in England, you know, you'd be surprised. Unless you mean horse racing. I'll speak of car racing tracks.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 8.4 seconds.
Do I call it Salisbury? I call it Salisbury because there's a school called Salisbury School. It's not near me, but it's a school I've heard of. Never actually been there, but I know kids that have gone there. But yeah, Salisbury School, and it's pronounced Salisbury, that one. So that's where I got that from.
France is 2.7 seconds.
Nah, I think of the place Salisbury, and I think, yeah, Salisbury. It's got a football club, a racetrack, it points out. Almost every town in England's got a football club, bro. What do you mean? We live in a country where about 700 teams enter the FA Cup. There's a football team everywhere, bro. You meant pro football teams, oh I see. Still, there's still a lot of those. At least Taiwan doesn't seem an issue on the mediums. I hate that curb. But at least it's a good marker for where that, but its bad corner is. But I don't know any race courses for horse racing apart from Cheltenham. I was going to say Apricots, it's not Apricot, is it? What was it? I've forgotten that one. Doncaster. And that's it. What's it called? It ends with Cots. It ends with Cots. Ascot, yeah, Ascot. Yes. That one. And whichever one the Grand National happens in. Because the Grand National, like, I was never really into horse racing, but I watched Grand National quite a lot. Because that would feel like a World Cup of horse racing. So whenever it was on, once a year, if I was at home, I'd be watching it. At 15 hard. Yeah, let's try something new. Why not? Everyone else gonna pit twice, so it makes sense. Unless everyone else changes as well. Aintree. I've heard of Aintree. No, I don't know where it is. So Aintree's a Grand National one. I think there's another one, I just forgot it. Liverpool. Oh, it's in Liverpool. Interesting. Katie is living the dream. I don't think Katie likes horse racing. Maybe she does, I don't know. Oh, she does. Well, what do you mean keep up? You're the one chatting to Katie. I ain't doing anything. So she went to Cheltenham. I mean, she lives there, mate. What do you mean she went there? Of course she did. She went there by being born there. I mean, I assume she was born there anyway. Excuse me. Can't do that corner. Isn't it quite crazy that a lot of people in Singapore drive on this road and they have no idea it's an F1 track? I just think about that about every street circuit. But this one especially, like, Singapore's quite a big city. It's a popular city for tourists as well. A lot of people have been on these roads and have not realised, hey, we're going through turn 1 here. I thought you said you misdirect for a second. I'm just like, what? Was there like a love triangle going on? Did I see your tweets? But that really narrows it down, mate. You don't tweet much. But some guy on GTA, no. Wait, what happened? He was doing a mission with him. And he shouted, "No, you effing dick." And a few seconds later replied, "My bad." Right.
I've got information on Stroll. They're retiring from the race.
You thought your mic was on. Have you got it set to auto off? Because like with the normal setting, your PS5 mic turns on automatically, the one in the controller. I didn't know that when I first started, so I was streaming live and people would hear what I'm saying and I didn't realise till like 10 minutes into the stream. Yeah, orange is off, yeah.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 7.1 seconds.
On a time limit, I need to get to. I don't know how streamers read read comments and concentrate on the game at the same time. It's crazy multitasking. I don't remember which message is it. On a time limit, you needed to get to location. But he drove to us by car, which took some time out. In the end, made it all well ends well. The suspect. You suspect the. Oh, I thought he said the suspect. The suspect, the snow will be gone when you wake up. Because like, I was thinking like GTA mission, and I thought, oh, there's a suspect. No. Just suspecting the snow's going to be gone. I have to brake so hard just to make that corner.
And gap to the car in front is 8.7 seconds.
I wish I could see the whole grid right now.
They're in 18th. The difference is 25.3 seconds.
My rival's an 18th.
That was a 1:45.0.
I was looking at him and I hit the wall. God's sake. I'm just trying to see where Verstappen is. Because you get points for doing better than them in a race. I'm just trying to see, like, I'm trying to look at the map and then I can't multitask. DRS unavailable. You what? You mad? I mean, there's no one in front of me, so it doesn't affect me right now, but what? So if I was right behind someone, I'd have no DRS. Brilliant. I think what Tracker United was saying, well, it depends on their budget. You know, West Ham, you know, they don't have the biggest of budgets. So I'm not sure. Maybe they could get someone on loan, possibly. I don't know. They're saying we can only do loans.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 9.7 seconds.
Oh, really? What are you looking for? A striker or what? I'm surprised you haven't gone in for a goalkeeper yet.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hard next time. Copy that. Hards next time we box.
That's not what I meant.
They're in 18th. Okay, so the gap is 26.8 seconds.
They're falling further behind.
That was a 1:45.4.
It was good because I can pit and I can be ahead. Hopefully. Hit now, rejoin 14. Perfect.
Okay, Schumacher's in first place.
Oh, you don't say, bro. Not that he's 100 rated. Considered F again by Nelson Gakpo. And obviously he's got Liverpool now. Not a bit of his more of a wide forward.
Okay,
Looks
right,
like Dave will
begin to
sign
stop now.
1 or 2 year contract. Okay, interesting. Do you remember when he almost went to Madrid and he didn't go because of an error with the printer or something? No, not the printer. Sorry,
Well done.
the documents didn't go through in time. That was a wild night. That the fax machine. Like it was actually done as well. It's actually insane. We're getting Kilo Neves as part of it. I remember World Cup 2014 so well because there were so many goalkeepers that did so well at that tournament. Kilo Navas, Ochoa, David Ospina was like a top keeper in that tournament. Who else? There was someone else that was like really good. Who was the Chilean one? Was that? No, the Chilean one was Navas, wasn't it? That was Navas. There was someone else. Lost concentration there. He's still at PSG. Navas is Costa Rica. Who was Chile then? I swear Chile was like really good.
In this lap, push now.
Claudio Bravo. Yeah, Bravo was amazing that tournament. Yeah, he was the one I was missing. 2014 was mad for goalkeepers. Especially when you consider, like, at the time it was the joint highest scoring World Cup as well with France, 98. It's now been beaten by 2022. 2022 had 172 World Cup goals, new record. 171 was the previous record, held by 2014 Brazil, 1998 France. Write it down for pub quiz. But yeah, like it was a high scoring World Cup, and yet so many goalkeepers shone. Tells you something. The only undefeated team in the 2010 African World Cup, New Zealand. Write it down, write it down. They drew 3 games with Italy, Slovakia, and Paraguay, and they went out on in the groups. Not enough points. Went out with Italy. Italy, I think, got less points than them as well.
Now gap to the car in front is
Undefeated
11.8 seconds.
and did better than Italy, who are the world champions. New Zealand, bro. They play rugby. I think the home kit was white as well, so like the opposite of the rugby team.
And Sights is stopping now.
And it looks like the pit crew are out in the lane and ready to perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
But in World Cups, 20 players shying down actually that great. Most major tournaments they're good, but they've outperformed. Yeah, that's playing for your country, I guess. It brings the best out of a lot of players.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Come out the pits and still fourth. Perfection. And I'm fairly sure that the cars behind us will pit soon. It's a little bit terrifying. Also trying to get a screenshot, you know, a nice screenshot. Meanwhile, Schumacher setting fastest laps. 140. That's almost 3 seconds faster than me. I remember playing this race on season 1. Season 1, I got overlapped by like 4 cars, finished 11th. Terrible times. Gonzalo Ramos could be one. He could be a gem though. He could be a gem. I think the perfect example, and it's going to sound funny coming from me because I'm probably a fan of him, and I am. I'll bring up a name, Lucas Podolski. If you think about all of his career moments, they're all at Germany. Prove me wrong. I mean, at Arsenal, he did a few good things, you know. He scored a great free kick against Southampton. That was an amazing free kick, I remember. He's done some good things. You want to prove me wrong because you loved him too. That guy was so good for Germany. But I don't think he was that consistent at Arsenal. Like, when he was at his best, he was good. But he had a lot of bad games at Arsenal as well. I do love the guy as well, though. Yeah, but like, he went to Bayern. He didn't do well at Bayern. In my opinion, his best club form was at Cologne. Like, how much of Podolski at Bayern do you remember? Was one of your connections since the earlier days. You literally loved him. Yeah, he's a likable guy, he is. I think his retirement game was against England. Yeah, his retirement game was against England, his last game for Germany. Right? And he scored. And my whole timeline was like, yes, Podolski! And like, a lot of them English. It was a friendly though. It wasn't like it was a World Cup game.
Okay, gap ahead is 10.2 seconds.
I think we lost that one. I think I lost 1-0. Andre Schürrle. Yeah, I like Andre Schürrle. If you make a pub quiz one day, you should include Theo Walcott in World Cups. Like, who am I question, right? I got called up to the World Cup as a teenager in '06 and didn't play. In 2010, I didn't get called up. In 2014, I hit the form of my life, hit an ACL injury, missed the World Cup again. I never played the World Cup. Who am I? Actually, I feel like that's a bit too vague, actually. But still, like, he got called up in '06, and he was like 16, I think. But like 2010, I don't know. But 2014, he would have 100% gone because in 2012-13, he hit 24 goals and like 16 assists. No one talks about that because obviously we won nothing. And also Gareth Bale had that amazing season. Remember that amazing Gareth Bale season? It was that same season at Tottenham, I mean. And it was that same season that Walcott was like having the form of his life. And then the season after, he actually like looked pretty good. I'm just like, wow, Walcott's like really consistent. Where's this come from? I was like, oh, okay, that's nice.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
And then he got an injury against Spurs. It's just unlucky. It's not a bad tackle. It's just that him and Danny Rose just collided, and he hit his knee quite bad, and his ACL was gone. And it was in January, and his World Cup was just done. I'm just like, this guy gets no luck. The one time he actually like finds this great form, he's done. It was actually a pain watching Arsenal win those years. You know, it's not just the fact that we didn't win anything. A lot of our players were injury prone. It was actually ridiculous. Like you should have seen our injuries. RVP was injured like every season, apart from the last one where he won the Golden Boot and he left. Like before that season, RVP was injured almost every season. I think apart from like his first 2 seasons there, and they were all like big injuries. Like he was out 3 months, 2 months, whatever. I'm just like, this guy's so good, but he's always injured. And Walker obviously he wasn't RVP level obviously, but he still contributed quite a lot, and he was always injured every season. Fabregas wasn't as bad, but like he did get a few injuries, especially at like he would always get injured when we needed him most. He would always get injured when the big games came. I'm just like, oh, I can't, not this again. We're losing our best player at the wrong moment. Literally, like against Barcelona, we were 2-0 down. Walcott scored to make it 2-1. We had a penalty to make it 2-2, right? We have a chance in the second leg. Fabregas hit the ball so hard he broke his leg. As in he broke a bone in his leg. He hit the ball that hard. He scored, but he missed the second leg because he hit the penalty that hard. Then Messi scored 4 goals and we went home. So I don't think it would have made a difference, to be honest. You should look up Messi versus Arsenal, 4 goals. I don't know. I mean, he was on Messi between 2009 and 2013. I don't know what he was on, but my word, the goals, man was a machine. That's why, like years later, when Ronaldo started like really like doing better than him, when people were saying like he was better, I'm just like, did people not watch Messi in the late 2000s and early 2010s? Like he was doing stuff that I'd never seen before in my life. So like I knew like Ronaldo's great. Like he's great. He's amazing. He's one of the best ever. Like I accepted that. But like when people saying he's better than Messi, like deep inside I was just like, he's not though, is he? Have you not watched Messi play? Like, I get it for like certain clubs, like you support Man United or Barcelona or Real Madrid, you know, a club that either one played for or played against as a rival. I get why there'd be certain opinions here and there. But like the general opinion not being Messi for a few years did baffle me quite a lot.
You've lost some time to the car behind. They're in 15th, and the gap is 27.1 seconds. Your last lap time was 2 minutes, 0.
I need one of the Ferraris to Ferrari and have a car failure so I can get podium. My first non-podium of the season in race 12, and I'm still 4th. A lot of people say Ronaldo is said to be a central striker, but Messi has changed. Game of age 2. And he's still good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Messi also adapted really well. And they also bring up like Ronaldo doing in multiple leagues. I get that, but Messi was just loyal. Like, what's so bad about loyalty? And are you seriously telling me that Messi can't score against what? Aston Villa, Watford? Are you taking the mick here? I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'll be a bit biased, but I watched Santi Cazorla dominate midfields, right? He was 5'6". You could push him and he'd fall over. And he was doing well in the Premier League. Santi Cazorla. And you're telling me Messi can't do it in Stoke? Shut up. Just because he didn't play there doesn't mean he couldn't have been good there. That has generally declined now. Yeah, that's age though, isn't it? Cristiano's 37. There's not much you can do there. Like, every player has their limit, and unfortunately, Cristiano's reached his limit. Where do you think he's going? Is he definitely going to Saudi, or do you think he's going somewhere else? It's a weapon. Yeah, people said he's not won the World Cup. He wins the World Cup, they say it's rigged. Bloody rigged. Acting like Maradona didn't handball it to win the World Cup. Well, he handballed it to win the quarter final, but still. No one thinks Maradona's not the greatest because of the handball. But Messi gets a few penalties and he's like, it's rigged. Yeah, sure, mate. The thing is, right, they were all penalties apart from the Poland one, and Messi missed that one. He missed the one penalty that wasn't a penalty. In my opinion, justice was served everywhere. Like, it was fine. That Netherlands game should not have gone to extra time. Alright. The only reason France got in the game because they had Mbappe, who is very good. Just a reminder that Jake said that Mbappe was not at the level to carry France. Didn't really exaggerate, but he was fouled. Yeah, that's the thing with football, right? I'm not excusing diving, but if you get tripped up in the box and you don't go down, you don't get the penalty, even though it's a foul. By the rule book, it is a foul. But you don't go down the penalty box, it's not a penalty. So obviously, it's so obvious that players are going to take advantage of that and think, okay, I'm going to get into the box. If I feel some contact, if I anticipate contact, I might go down because the ref will give a penalty for that. It is what it is, unfortunately. But yeah, like he did get clipped. It's not like there was like no contact. It's not one of those.
seconds.
Watch. As soon as Messi starts playing for PSG, they're going to say, he can't win the Champions League without Xavi. Even though he did it in 2015. He can't win the Champions League without Barcelona. And then if he wins it, they'll say, he's done it because he had Mbappe and Neymar next to him. He had Neymar in 2015 as well. He's a Neymar merchant.
Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Just keep pushing.
Am I? I thought I gained a 10th. Maybe they're comparing to the last lap. Can you imagine if PSG win the Champions League this season? That's why Di Maria's still there as well. What are your thoughts on the Martinez stuff? I think he went too far, to be honest. I have never seen such a high level of arrogance, by the way. Emi Martinez is the cockiest World Cup player I have seen. Like, the man saves a penalty. It's the first miss of the whole shootout, and he's dancing, bruv. This guy's insane. He was dancing after the Shumene one, and he didn't even save that one. It just went straight wide. against Netherlands as well. I'm just like, I respect it. At least he's performing and backing it up. But I think the whole Mbappe thing in the parade is a bit much. Di Maria's at Juventus. Since when? End of the day, Mbappe embarrassed Martinez, put 3 past him. 4 including the penalty, yeah. That Kolo Muani save though. Oh.
We're currently trailing our teammate by
I don't know how he saved that. Can you imagine I told you like 4 years ago that Argentina will win a World Cup and 2 of their key players would be from Villa and Brighton? What would you have said? You're gonna ask about Martinez thing. Love is on your team and you hate him isn't. You just said I'm parking mad. You know we genuinely could have gotten a Messi Ronaldo final.
in front is 15.
Like, I genuinely think Portugal would have smoked France. They would have had France for breakfast. I'm genuinely like, I'm thinking about it. If Morocco didn't pull off that masterclass, I reckon Portugal would have beaten France. Like, they actually looked really good. I was actually getting, like, because I hate them, I was getting really worried, oh, Portugal was going to do well. France won't go versus Morocco either. I'm so annoyed at Morocco, man. They did so well that whole tournament. What were they doing? You know what Spurs did in the final against Liverpool, the Champions League final? Morocco did the exact same thing, bro. They conceded an early goal from the Spurs one was a penalty, actually. It wasn't even a penalty. But the Morocco one, they defended so well. 1 goal from open play conceded, and it was an own goal in the whole tournament. I think it's 1 goal overall, actually, not just open play conceded. Right. First 5 minutes against France. What, they're defending like bloody school kids. Fernandez just gets like basically attacking, and then they spend the rest of the game chasing it. If they had just not conceded in that first 5 minutes, we could have had another one of those Morocco miracles. And they chased the game the whole time, and then France eventually got them. how history could be different. We also were robbed of Brazil-Argentina semi. I wanted to see them play each other, bro. The last time they faced at a World Cup, I don't think they've done it in my lifetime. When was the last time Brazil and Argentina faced off in a World Cup? That's a potential pop quiz question. I wanted to see that game in a World Cup. Like, obviously there's a big rivalry behind it. But I would have loved to see... It would have been a spectacle of a game. You're so happy when Brazil went out for that reason. That Messi goal in Mexico, though, when you think about it, that was so important. Because they lost to Saudi, didn't look too good. Against Mexico, they didn't look good for like an hour. But then Messi scored and everything changed. Literally everything changed. It was like it felt like destiny. It felt like destiny that they were winning a trophy. Now's the perfect time to apologise for saying Argentina had no chance at shush. Shush, shush, shush. 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 Look, George, listen. At least I stopped with it, alright? Harry said Argentina to win, and then said it was rigged when Croatia got a penalty, when Croatia considered a penalty, alright? You have words with him. He was the one turning. At least I stuck to my guns. I said the whole tournament Argentina would win the World Cup, and I stuck to it. But Harry said it was rigged halfway through after predicting it. How dare he? Harry's a fraud. Look, listen, there's a little bit of a rivalry between England and Argentina. I don't hate Argentina, but, you know, I only like him because of Messi, really. There's a few players that I liked from Argentina before, but, yeah, it's mainly Messi. If Messi wasn't there, I probably wouldn't. Maybe not as much as Portugal, I don't even like him at all. And what's the other thing? There's another reason. Ah, yes, there is another reason, right? In 2014, it was a South American World Cup. Messi was 27. I'm just like, it's time. It's time. Messi's gonna win a World Cup. It's happening. I predicted it months before that World Cup. Went all the way to the final and lost. I'm just like, oh, I'm gutted now. I can't ever back Argentina again. Then 2018 they dropped a disaster class. And yeah. Isn't it crazy though that Cristiano Ronaldo has 0 World Cup goals or assists? Let's talk about that. Messi has 13 goals, 8 assists. Well, that's overall, but like he still has like he scored in every knockout game. Also, like Messi is not good at penalties, and he scored every single, apart from Poland. But like he scored the ones that mattered. Apart from the Saudi one, that didn't matter. But yeah, you get the point. You saw that Copa America, you bought into it, you was right. Do you remember 2014, by the way? Like, do you have any like memory of it? Because Messi hadn't scored a goal in 2010. He scored in 06, but not 2010. So like people had doubts about him. and then he scored a banging goal against Bosnia and got an assist that game as well. Against Iran, they struggled the whole game. He scored an amazing goal from 30 yards out, left-footed into the far corner. It was insane. Like it was like 89th minute or something. Against Nigeria, he scored a free kick. He scored twice that game. And then he went off. He got subbed off to be rested. But like, they scored one goal. The only goal they scored that wasn't involving Messi. I think Rojo scored that one. And then against Switzerland, Messi went on this crazy run, extra time. Switzerland had them in extra time. Messi, 117th minute, great run, beats like 4 players, squares it off to Di Maria, finishes it. Quarter-final against Belgium, a young Belgium team. They got this golden generation, but they're still young and learning, but they reached the quarters, which is great for them. Argentina beat them 1-0. Messi played a great ball into, I think, Di Maria, who put Higuain in, and Higuain scored. So that wasn't an assist, but Messi was involved. Came from a Messi ball. Oh, George's gone to pee. Well, no podium then.
They're in 11th, and so the difference is 23.6 seconds. Time last lap was a 1:43.2.
First non-podium. Oh.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team strategies. They got all those things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Yes, Lee was. I was talking. Yeah, I was talking about Argentina's run and how Messi was directly involved in all of their goals except a group stage goal.
Showstopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand
And then they
Prix,
didn't score at all in the semis or the final. And it's actually like Higuain and Messi both missed a one-on-one. So they actually they could have actually achieved it back then. They've got a good team there, haven't they, Argentina? I mean, aside from Messi, they might be quite good in 2026. Give me that level 29. What do I get? I get Bitcoin. It's a bit late for Santa, mate. It's December 30th.
A solid result
So
from
technically
Michael
it's the 6th
Schumacher,
day of Christmas.
extending his lead and bringing the championship title that much closer. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you
69.
rank as your driver of the day?
Wait.
Well, there's no question in my mind. It has to go to George Russell. What a performance.
69,
He's got every
way.
right to be proud of what he accomplished out there today.
Nothing can challenge the leaders in the Constructors' Championship at this point. But with that result, the sport's newest team can no longer be touched.
They've said this 3 races in a row. We won the constructors. I know this. We know this. They're going to say this every race that we won the championship. We've won it.
World champions. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows.
I'm looking forward to seeing where the rivalry stands with Verstappen now, because he finished quite low down. So, oh, he got 3. What? Finish race, penalty free, fastest. He got fastest lap. What? How? How did he get? What? Oh, I think he got faster lap than me. I think it's. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, I'm just like, what? Screw the planets. We'll fly from Mexico to Portugal and then fly back to Brazil. Yes. To be fair, F1 Real Life has that logic as well. What do? I think they do. They do Baku after Monaco, then they go to Canada, then they go to Britain.